Welcome to another edition of Our City. A few things going around the city of Elizabeth this week. On Saturday, January 30th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to attend the grand opening and a ribbon cutting of the Elizabeth Downtown Furniture Store located on Elizabeth Avenue. Immediately after that event, at 3 o'clock, I'm going to attend the Elizabeth Coalition to House the Homeless, the 22nd Annual Basketball Classic Tournament, which was the subject of last week's show. This event will take place at the Elizabeth High School Dunn Sports Arena. The first game will be Roselle Catholic versus Cranford High Schools in the girls division. The next game at 4:30 in the afternoon will be Elizabeth High School versus Linden High School. And that evening at 6:30 will be St. Mary's versus Union Catholic. For more information, please call 908-355-2060, extension 201. On Monday, February 1st at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to join Councilwoman Patricia Perkins Auguste and Elizabeth residents in raising the African American flag in honor of African American History Month here in our city. This event will be held in the front of City Hall, followed by a proclamation signing at approximately 4:30 in City Council chambers. If you need more information concerning these events or any other events, please call our Public Information Office at 908-820-4124. And please stay tuned after these messages, where I'll be joined by students from my alma mater, St. Mary's High School, in talking about their successes and their expectations.
Sometimes you learn by helping others learn. Kean University.
Welcome back to Our City, where I'm pleased to be joined by the Director of Admissions and 3 students at St. Mary's. And what we're going to do first is ask them to introduce themselves. Jaime, you've already been on the show once. So why don't we start with you and tell us a little bit about your background. And you remember you got instructions from the staff, hold the microphone about there, and everything will go fine.
Well, thanks for having us back, Mayor. My name is Jaime De Leon. I am the Director of Admissions at St. Mary's High School. I actually just started here this year. Prior to working at St. Mary's, I worked on the college side. I worked at Seton Hall University and Fairleigh Dickinson University prior to coming here at St. Mary's. It's an exciting time to be at St. Mary's. I'm glad to be joined by some of our best students, and we're going to tell you about all the wonderful things going on at St. Mary's. So let me hand it off to Andres.
Hi, I'm Andres Irashiki, and I lived in Elizabeth my whole life, and I'm a junior in St. Mary's.
Good.
Hi, I'm Adeleke Ode. I am a senior at St. Mary's. I'm originally from Irvington, but I recently moved to Union.
Hi, I'm Catherine Peralta. I'm a sophomore at St. Mary's, and I live in Elizabeth.
So, Jaime, you talked about registration. I understand there's good news. There's a lot of people who have picked Elizabeth at St. Mary's as their first choice on the co-op exam.
Yeah, there are. We actually just sent out acceptance letters to over 100 students, so it's looking good for next year, and hopefully at the end of the week, February 6th, we'll have some students register at St. Mary's.
You're so concerned about holding that microphone in the right place. You know, it looks like you're really tense about this.
Yeah.
So tell us
pressure,
about
right?
Tell us about Catholic Schools Week and what is it?
So Catholic Schools Week is actually a national initiative. So schools in both grammar schools and high schools throughout the country are doing a week of events to really highlight the role of Catholic schools in the community and to highlight the choice that it is to choose to go to Catholic schools. So certainly at St. Mary's we want to take part, and we've got a full week scheduled.
I want to get some of the
Sure.
students' reaction. We'll start with you, Andres. What program or what event are you looking forward to the most? I mean, St. Mary's is my alma mater. We never did anything like Catholic School Week. I'm a big proponent of Catholic education. So what event would you be looking forward to?
Just like Mr. De Leon was saying, on Wednesday we're going to have a blood drive, and this is something that St. Mary's has had before, as Mr. Morosky, once our social studies teacher, told us. St. Mary's is having this blood drive on February 3rd, and it's really important to me because I needed a blood transfusion when I was younger. And with knowing a pint of blood could save 3 people's lives, like less than a pint of blood saved my life. And me doing that back is going to be really special to me, like a desert thanks.
So it's kind of special that when you were a young boy, you received blood in order to save your life, and now you're helping somebody else do the same thing are you co-sponsoring or conducting or chairman of the blood drive?
No, but anybody willing at 16 years or older is allowed to come to St. Mary's.
I was going to ask you that question. How old do you have to be?
16 years old with a permission slip. 17-year-olds and up, you can come.
On your own?
And anybody's allowed to come.
So how old are you?
Me, I'm 17.
So you can do this?
Yeah.
You plan on giving blood?
Of course.
Have you done it before?
No.
No.
I think got blood. I give it.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, Adeleke, why don't we start with you again? What are you looking forward to?
I'm personally looking forward to Career Day because recently I actually got accepted to NYU, which has been my dream school since I've gotten the St. Mary's. I've been in high school for the past 4 years, and I got a full scholarship.
And you're a senior?
Yeah, I'm a senior this year. So a full ride's amazing. It was an early decision, which I already accepted, so I know where I'm going in the fall.
You don't turn them down.
Yeah.
Those early decisions like that, right? Yeah,
Early
ride.
decision and a full ride. It can't get
I'm
any
there.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got my name on it, right?
So I'm really excited for that, and I don't want to waste such an amazing opportunity to go such a great
Well,
school.
NYU is a great school, and I'm sure
Yeah.
you're going to do extremely well. So Career Day should be fun because you have a lot of choices.
Yeah, I get to learn more about what I want to do and how I want to use these careers and sort of make myself go forward, so it's nice.
So, Catherine, you're only a sophomore, and you reminded me before the show that we met 5 years ago when
We
you were
did.
in grammar school.
Yeah.
So it's good to see you again, and what are you looking forward this week?
I'm looking forward to Big Sis Little Sis, which is an event we're going to be having, in which the upperclassmen girls and the lowerclassmen girls will get together and get to know each other, watch movies, eat pizza, things like that. Because we don't
Can't
really
be too
get a
hard,
chance
right?
to.
Watching movies and pizza, yeah.
It is.
Can I come?
Well, it's only for girls.
Oh, it's only for girls. Oh, jeez.
But we don't really get to know each other. I feel like, from my perspective, it's easier for guys to get to know each other because they join teams and things like that, and they share interests with those guys. Whereas girls, not all of them want to be cheerleaders, or most of them aren't athletic. So I feel that this is going to be a great event to have, especially for the freshmen. They don't really know anybody, so it's.
So let me ask you a question, because I find it extremely interesting that you're putting this event together or helping to put it together or you're looking forward to it. So are you allowed to have cell phones in there? I mean, well, what about if you had this event with all these girls and you weren't allowed to have a cell phone and you had to spend the time talking to each other?
I guess it'd be better if we didn't have cell phones.
Right. You should
Yeah.
consider. Yeah, maybe you want to make that suggestion. Say no cell phones
Yeah.
are allowed in here. You can't go on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. You actually have to spend time talking to one another, getting to know
Yeah.
each other. That would be a challenge, huh?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I try that with my daughter all the time, and it just never works. So you're doing great stuff for the community. We'll start with you since you have the microphone. What's happening inside the school during Catholic Schools Week in preparation?
We're having a quiz bowl. It's basically an academic competition between the grades. Each grade is represented by 5 people, and they battle it out just to see which grade wins. I was part of it last year. I was part of the freshman team, and we won against the sophomores, but we lost against the seniors, I believe.
Well, you better. The seniors are supposed to know more, right? Is that
Yeah.
true? Why don't we pick up with you? Do the seniors know more than the sophomores?
Well, you know it's true, but I'm going to be modest and say that we're all equally learning. So
That's a good answer. A good political answer.
Gonna run for mayor one day, right?
That's right. So what are you doing inside the school this week?
Personally, I am excited for Thursday, I think it is, which is our Spirit Day, which we also, that day, will be facing Roselle Catholic, our rivals, in basketball game that night. I'm excited for that because personally I have a lot of spirit for my school. I love my school, and I'm excited to be able to wear my class colors, which are blue. And then later, hopefully, a big shout will come from our school to support us in winning over Roselle Catholic, because that is a tough opponent, arguably one of the best teams in the country, but we definitely can beat them. And we've had tough games, but we have an amazing team who's doing.
Well, Coach Coletti thinks you're going to win.
Of course. Of course he does. Coach always has to think you're going to win.
That's right. That's right. So, Andres? You're a sophomore. What year are you?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. So, have you thought about what you'll do after high school?
I've been learning a lot more in St. Mary's, especially with the new club that started, a coding club.
The what club?
the coding club.
Coding club. Tell me about that club.
The coding club is it's a club that's showing you how to computer engineer with codes. Right now we're starting to learn JavaScript, but since midterm is starting up, we're not necessarily learning in yet. Like
I don't know much about this, so I'm learning myself. Coding club.
Basically a bunch of forward slashes, zeros, ones, and colons that can just basically start a program yourself on the computer.
Really?
hmm
So that you can like talk in some different computer language or something?
Yeah, C++.
Really?
It's all nerdy.
So understanding text messages now, it becomes difficult with all the abbreviations. So you want to make it even harder to understand text messages. Is that what I understand this to be?
If you take it that way.
If I take it that way. Good answer. So you're the senior in the group. Well, what are your plans after this?
After high school,
Yeah. NYU, but then what? What do you want to study in NYU?
NYU, I plan to study psychiatry and music. I'm going to double major. So I'm going pre-med. I'm going to the Gallatin Individualized Study School. That's pretty much like...
Is that Gallatin? Is it Albert Gallatin?
Yeah, the
Okay.
creator. It's the founder of NYU. So he that school pretty much allows you in your own way to make your own major in a way, but not really. It's you have a bunch of advisors. It's a small school, and it helps you develop a bunch of like focuses and concentrations, so you can learn a great amount while focusing on your major and not just staying on your major.
There's some great restaurants over there in NYU too, and there's a great candy shop down on 16th Street called Dillon's. So you'll have a lot of fun over there.
That's great. I definitely will try it when I
Yeah,
get there.
you will. So, Catherine, you're the sophomore. You're the youngest in the group. And before we go to
Yeah.
break, have you thought of plans after? Or are you just enjoying high school? It's the best 4 years of your life.
Yeah, I don't really have plans. I just know I want to go to college and major in something, that I actually really want to do. Because I don't want to go to college for 4 years or so and come out not wanting to do what I studied for 4 years. So
Sometimes that happens, though, Catherine, unfortunately.
yeah,
Sometimes you'll go to college and you'll say, hey, this is where I started. And then you'll meet some other curriculum. And you'll say, well, maybe I should go in that direction. So the choices that you have in college are phenomenal. I mean, I didn't enter college thinking I was going to be the mayor, I can tell you that. So I wish you well on your
Thank you.
choices. And I want to thank you for bringing some great students here. Not only students who are getting a great education at St. Mary's, but students who are challenging themselves as well in order to excel.
It's my pleasure to be here, and like I said, we thank you for the opportunity to introduce you to some of our great students.
Good, thank you. I mean, and I want to thank all of you for coming, and maybe we can talk about not having cell phones in these get-togethers.
Absolutely.
Please stay with us after these messages. We'll be back with more students from St. Mary's High School talking about their education and Catholic Schools Week and what they expect out of their future.